everyone, it's Kathy and you're back in my craft room and here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to open up the February Sunshine and Smiles paper pumpkin. Now I have already opened and taken everything out of the shrink wrap. I wanted to show you the stamp set that we get this month. It is so cute. It is a little, let me get myself over here so we can make sure I'm staying in frame. But this is the cutest little stamp set because look at these images. I love that little frog, and they have an add-on that you can get separately for this kit, and it is the dies. And I had a friend, Phyllis Terrell, who is one of my girls that's on my team. She bought these and bought 2 sets and sent me one, and thank you so much, Phyllis. I appreciate it more than words can say. But these 2 little dies. They're very small, but it's so nice to have some dies that will cut out the group of flowers and that little frog. And how stinking cute is that? Love, love, love that. And again, thank you, Phyllis, for the dies. I'm going to put the dies in with my paper pumpkin kit. And this is something that will be for your add-on as far as if you want to use this after you've used up your kit. But let me show you what comes in the kit. You always get a stamp set and an ink spot. And the color that they chose this time was Mango Melody. And then I'm going to take the cardboard out. That was in the bottom, but I took everything out and kind of laid it out. So I'm going to close that up and move this over out of our way. And here we go. Then it's going to talk about 10 years of growth. It's our anniversary and we're celebrating. It says 10 years of growth paper pumpkin kit includes elegant colors and special die cuts so you can build a card that all your recipients will love. To keep the party going, we're including a free gift in the March paper pumpkin kit for all subscribers. This is going to be a special kit, so if you want to get in on this, make sure you sign up by the 10th of March. That is the deadline. I'll have more information on our on my blog, so just stay tuned for that. And this it says get the add-on and shop the coordinating suite, so you can actually get those dies. That's what they're talking about, the ones I just showed you. You always get a little information sheet. You always get your instructions, which is always an important thing. They show you the 3 designs that they have in mind for this set, and they are stinking cute. They all have windows in them, and I love it when you get a set like this. Then when you turn this over, you're going to have instructions here for the first card, the second card, and the third card. They tell you what components you need, exactly everything. Now if you are a first-time paper pumpkin subscriber, you're going to get a stamp block that will come in your kit, just your first one. You won't get them every time, but just your very first kit. Here we have some gems and some glue dots and some dimensionals, and it feels like these might be minis. Let's open it up and see. And y'all excuse me, I got a sore thumb. I tried to cut my thumb off again. My husband says I'm dangerous with a knife, and he's right. Okay, here's your little gems. You have some that look like they're in sweet sorbet and Tahitian tide, and these look like raindrops. They are precious. And then of course you get your little glue dots, and these are regular size dimensions. So that is a great little package right there. Of course, you always get your 9 envelopes, ever how many cards your kit will make, and these all have colored inside, but they're all the same. And then we have some die cuts. I'm sure these are going to go on the front of our cards in some capacity, so we'll lay those over there. Then we have our actual cards. So here are the ones with the oval cut out. Oh, look on the inside. Isn't that pretty? Love that. I guess you could do it. Wow, I don't know. We'll look at our instructions and see what it says, but those are so pretty. And then we have the square. Oh, and it's got the Tahitian tide blue on the inside. How pretty is that? And then we have these, and these have the raindrops. And you know the paper that Playing in the Rain, the paper that goes with that that collection. It looks like that. That is so cute. All right, then we have our elements. Here's some kites that we can actually color. We have some sentiment labels. And then here is our little punch outs. We've got clouds and umbrellas and turtles and rabbits and ducks and frogs, and this is just stinking cute. Then you've got a little hillside, and you get 3 sheets of those. How cute are those? So let's go ahead and put a card together. Now, you always get a piece of this chipboard that everything is on, and it's shrink wrapped in a plastic. I keep these because if you ever need a chipboard for a project, you've got free chipboard. This is not, it doesn't have any writing on it. It's not a product that is has been used in food or anything. It is a solid piece of good quality chipboard, so keep those. I never ever throw my pieces of chipboard away, even my big pieces that come in the large paperback packs, the 12 by 12 specialty papers. Alright, so I'm going to pull my instructions over because I always like to go by my instructions, and I'm going to do, let's do the first card. We're going to make all 3 of these as the instruction per instructions. So let's gather our images. What we need first. It says we need a kite, and we need one of these smaller labels. We need the bunny rabbit. These kits would be so nice too for a friend that maybe wants to get into card making, but they're not sure if it's something that they're really going to love. This would be the perfect thing to give them as a gift. And it says we need the flowers. Okay, 1 thing of flowers and the hill. Okay, there's our flowers, and we need 1 hill. And these just pop out very easily. Just be careful so you don't tear them. So I think that's all of our elements. Now we are going to need our stamp set, and we need the plaid card base, which is this one. I'm going to go ahead and fold this, and I'm going to use my bone folder and get a nice crease on it. These are already scored, so they're really easy to put together. Now it says we need to stamp the sun right up here in this top corner. Now I'm going to get my Mango Melody, my larger ink pad, because I'm not opening these. I have been collecting these since I've been getting Paper Pumpkin, so, and with my hopes being to eventually collect all the colors. So I am going to very strategically open my ink pad. This is my large Mango Melody, and I'm going to pull off my stamp. You know, when you cut your thumb, it seems like you can't do anything, and I broke this thing open. I don't know how many times yesterday. I had it had a Band-Aid on it, but my wounds will never heal if I leave a Band-Aid on them, so I always try to get the Band-Aid off as soon as I possibly can. So I'm going to grab a stamp block that will accommodate my little sunshine. I might even bring over a scratch of paper, because I'm thinking I want to stamp this off a couple of times before I go to my card base, just to make sure I'm getting the depth of color that I want. Oh, that's so pretty. I think we got it. I don't think we need to do anything else. maybe we'll bring out our Stampin' Pierce mat, and I will stamp that right there. Very pretty. All right, and then it says after you stamp, it says to stamp the kite. Okay, so we do have the little color for the kite. So let's stamp it onto our kite. Here's our little teeny tiny kite. So let's see what we can do here. Let's lay this down. I'll tell you what, let's lay piece of grid paper over it because I do not want to get ink all over my Stampin' Pierce mat. So I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to hover over top and stamp. Oh, how pretty. Oh, that's so cute. So now we have our kite, and let's see what else it says. All right, we need to stamp our sentiment that says, wishing you sunshine and smiles. So we're going to pull this off. Definitely using a lot of our stamps on this first card, aren't we? So let's lay that down right there. And I'm going to get a stamp. I need one bigger than that. So let's go. And I'm going to give this a shot, hopefully right here, and see if we can get it. Let's ink that up. Wishing you sunshine and smiles. That was so easy. All right, so let's go ahead and close that up. And now let's see what we need to do to put our card together. So it looks like we've done 1 and 2. Now we need to put our hill down. Maybe we put our hill here. Yeah, the hill's going to go back here. So I'm not going to use the glue dots. I'm going to actually use some real glue. And you can do that. It's totally up to you how you want to glue your piece down. But I'm going to run a bead of glue right along the side and along this side and across the bottom. The reason I'm doing the glue is because it gives me a little wiggle room, and I'll save my little glue dots for something else. So I'm going to glue that down directly straight against the bottom. And then we can put our little flowers right along the edge of our piece. Now let's see. Looks like we used 2 of the flowers. We used one up here on the hill. And again, I'm going to use liquid glue, and I'm just going to glue right on the tips of these. And like I said, you can use what comes in the package. I found it just easier to use my liquid glue. So I'm going to tuck these flowers just under that little hill. Like that. Press it down, and now they're attached. It looks like we need another set of flowers for this one, because it looks like we have flowers on the outer edge as well. So we're also going to put flowers right here. So again, I'm going to take and put glue right on the edge of the tips of the stems. And tuck those right there. Now we need our little bunny, and we're going to pop him up on dimensionals right about there, and he's going to be flying his little kite. So his little kite's going to be right here in his arm, and that's going to come up on the top of our card. And then our sentiment is going to go right here, wishing you sunshine and smiles. It's not the cutest little card ever. So I'm going to take some stamping dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the back of our little bunny. Let's move our instructions so you can better see what I'm doing. I think, well, let's put him down, and then we will work on the rest of the So now we've got the dimensionals on our bunny. We're going to set him down right about there. About like that. And then we need to glue his little, I'm going to use a glue dot for that because I think glue dots work really good for tiny places. And I'm just going to grab one off, and I'm going to use my fingers and roll it. There it is on my finger, and I'm going to roll that into a small, very, very small dot, and I'm going to put it right on the end of that kite, and then I'm going to bring it under his hand and mash it in. Just that simple. It adheres our kite. And I'm going to take another glue dot and do the same thing at the top. That didn't feel like a full glue dot, that just felt like a speck. Okay, let's get another. That's what I love about these glue dots. They're so easy to use, and they will stick and hold most any item that you put on it. And look, oh, we didn't put this down. Okay, let's get this on dimensionals. So I'm going to use 3 dimensionals across this. Take off my backers. And wishing you sunshine and smiles. And there is our first card. Is that not the cutest little card ever? And you've got room inside. You could write your message right down in here, and it would cover it. It is just a stinking cute card. I love it. All right, that's our first one. So now let's move to our instructions for the second one. Now the second one calls for us to use the sunshine stamp, and we're using the let's move that out of the way. We're using this card. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and fold my card and give it a good crease. Let's go ahead and get these Stampin' Dimensionals. Now if you have trouble getting those off your desk, I have this cute little vacuum that I bought off of Amazon, and mine's a little ladybug, and these things are wonderful to have on your desk because it's a desktop vacuum. And watch this. They're gone. I love it. I love that little ladybug for that. Just a super way of picking up stuff off of your desk that might be hard for you to rake off. Okay, it says here to stamp our sun so that it's coming over top of our rainbow. So let's go ahead and stamp it like it says. So I'm going to bring out my stamp again. And let's ink it up. And it says to stamp it about like this. So let's stamp that down. Like so. We also need to stamp a sentiment, and this time we're using the You Brighten My Day. So we're going to pull that off. Get a stamp block. Let's see if one of these will work this time. I believe it will. Yep. So that's all loaded up and ready to go. And now it says that we need one of these this time. So I'm going to pull one of these off. And while we're stamping, let's go ahead and stamp that. Since I got my ink here. Do our stamping and get it out of the way. You Brighten My Day. So I'm trying to get it even. Very good. All right. So we've got our stamping done, so I'm going to put the ink away. And we need some clouds. So grabbing this piece that I've already broke from, we're going to need a cloud to put right here. So I wonder if we need to pop that up. I'm going to pop it up. I think the cloud will look good popped up right there. Oh, and you know what? I wasn't thinking where it needed to go. Let's pull these off. See, I don't need it to be all the way under there, so let's cut these in half. I'm going to take my scissors and just trim them. I should have used minis, but oh well. I'm just going to whack those off like that. We're going to make it work. Now come back and stick that right there, and that works. I'm putting a little glue on these since I did pull them up a couple of times and got them a little less sticky than they should have been. I'm going to take these two little pieces that was left over and stick them right there and put a little glue on them. Okay. Alright, so we've got that much of our card done. So now we need 3 more clouds. And it looks like our clouds are going to be under here. I think something like that. And for these, I'm going to glue them down. And again, you got to remember not to put any glue except right there on your edges. So I'm going to put some liquid glue just along that bottom edge. And I'm going to put one here. Press it. Again, just along that bottom edge. Give it a good press. And then our last cloud will be this one. And again, along the bottom edge. And press. Now we need a duck. So let's punch out one of our little ducks. And he's going to go right here. And we're going to definitely pop him up. So another dimensional. And let's put him right about here. And then we have our sentiment. And this is going to go right here. And let's go ahead and put dimensionals on it as well. And now let's put this right here and say, "You brighten my day." And just let it run right at the bottom of those clouds, just like that. Is that not the cutest little card? I am loving this set. It is adorable. So there's 2 cards made. Now let's do the last one. The last one is calling for our sentiment on the longer strip. So let's get one of the long strips. It's calling for one of these. Come on. One of these card bases. So let's go ahead and give that a fold like that. This is absolutely one of the most adorable paper pumpkin kits. If you have not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin and you've been thinking about it, like I said, now would be the perfect time to sign up for Stampin' Up, because this is just the perfect time. Okay, I think we're going to put this down. Like that. Yep, that's exactly the way that's going to go. So we're going to just glue this in on top of that. So I'm going to put glue on this. I'm going to glue all the way around the edges. And of course I got a clump because I left my pen out. Let's give it a little prime and see what we get. And you know what I like to do with this kit is I like to take and make the 3 cards as said. Then I like to go back and take my pieces and see what I can do with it, how creative I can get using some of my other items in my stash along with my Paper Pumpkin pieces. You'll be surprised just how stinking cute of a card you can make. It's just so much fun. Alright, I'm going to take this piece now and I'm going to lay it in. Did I not do that right? Goes in like this. There's the good thing of using liquid glue. It gives you the opportunity to move things around a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Now I can just press that down. We're good to go. And see, that gives you that little extra something around the outside of it. So we need a turtle and a frog. So here's a turtle. And there's our little froggy. Mr. Turtle needs an umbrella. And we need the 2 clouds. Do you see what this did? This used up 1 sheet of our little punch outs. So that one is done. Alright, so now let's see how it says to put this together. Looks like dimensionals go on everything except the clouds, and it looks like they got glue dots on the clouds. So let's go ahead and anchor our clouds in first, and I'm going to use my glue dots. And I am going to put a glue dot right there, and one right here, right at the very top. See, I'm putting glue dots. And get it off my finger. There we go. And then we're going to hang that cloud right about there. I need to put another one right over here, so this one is going to go right about there, so I know I need to put my glue dots on that side. And I think for this one we can get away with just one. So I'm going to actually take my piece to my glue dot, and I picked up my glue dot right there. Actually, I picked up a piece of one on my finger. I end up with more glue dots on my fingers than I do on my cards. So we'll press that one down right about there. Alright, it says we need to stamp friends in any kind of weather. So let's get a stamp block. And I think for this one I'm going to grab this longer one. And let's get our ink. And go ahead and ink this up. I think it goes like that. Very good. So I think we're done with our ink. Oh, no we're not. No we're not. Yeah, yes we are. Yes we are. I was thinking it was one more thing that needed stamping, but I was wrong. Alright, so now we need to do our little turtle right here. We're going to pop him up on a dimensional. And we're going to do just along the bottom of him. And he's going to go right about here. And we're going to take his little umbrella and we're going to put a glue dot on it and stick that right about there. So another glue dot. And I'm going to roll this one too because I only need it to go right behind this little umbrella. So I only need just a tiny bit right there. So I'm going to press it in and then we can press that down just like that. Now our umbrella's on. So now we need our little froggy. Froggy's going to go right here, and of course we're going to pop him up too. And I think one dimensional is all we're going to need on him. We're going to do it to the bottom. And we're going to set him right there. Then we're going to put some dimensionals on our sentiment. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Pull those off. And put that right there. Now it says to add some of our gems, so let's grab our little pack of raindrops. And it's telling us to just put a few right inside of here. So let's just drop some in. And let's see if we can get them going in the right direction. That would help. I'll grab my Take Your Pick tool because I will definitely have better luck at getting these where they belong if I use my This one does not want to cooperate, but we're going to make him. We're going to put him where he belongs. Just have one there. I'm struggling with these little raindrops for some reason. There. Usually my putty end works really good for pulling these off. I don't know what is going on with it right now. There we go. And one more. And there is our card. Is that not stinking cute? Love the way that one turned out. So let's bring in all 3 of our paper pumpkin cards so that you can see all of the beauty of this kit. Such a beautiful set of cards. Now, there's enough of product in here where you can make 3 of each of these. But like I said, it's so much fun to take the elements and go back and see what you can come up with, and you will be surprised at all of the beauty that you can make with what's left over in this kit. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're interested in paper pumpkin, please look in the drop down box below this. There's a link that will take you directly to paper pumpkin, and you can sign up there, and then you can start getting these beautiful little surprise kits once a month, and they are so worth the money for the fact of all the things that you get and the experience. If you are a new card maker, this is a great way to learn how to make a card. So thanks again. God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. Until we craft again, stay safe, and I love you. Bye-bye.